Happy Sunday. At the time of this recording, it is January 26th of 2025. And normally, Jen Trum and I do our Thrive and Shine podcast. This would have been our 47th episode. 47 episodes. Can you imagine all of the work it takes to create 47 episodes? From the topics to the questions to all the back end that Jen Trum personally owned for over a year. It's been quite the run. Just wanted to come on and say hello. I'm thinking about everybody. And today we're going to talk about overwhelm to empowerment, mastering mental health in HR. If you haven't noticed, the theme of our podcast has been mental health for the entire month of January. And we did an amazing episode right off the bat, kicking off January. I did a dry run of my HRCI workshop, the 5 must-have mental health must-haves to succeed in HR. Jen did an amazing interview with my dear friend Christina King last week, and then today was supposed to be our recap for the month. So just want you to continue to look after your mental health in HR. There are so many resources that we had and still have available on the podcast in the replay for you. And yeah, it's a little bittersweet today, coming into the end of January. Unfortunately, Jen just wasn't able to be here today, so I have no script. I'm coming at you very vulnerably, obviously not sure exactly what I'm going to say. You know, sometimes, especially in HR, I just sent out a newsletter last night about uncertainty. And if there's anything I've learned in my 28 years in HR, is that uncertainty truly is the only certainty. And oftentimes we get pulled into last minute meetings in HR. This doesn't happen to most professions, most industries. We are constantly pulled into a million different directions. And if you're so rigidly holding on to the way you think things should be, the to-do list you had mapped out for the day, the multiple meetings you had mapped out, and then someone comes in and says, you have a second, and it turns out to be harassment, and you need to drop everything and start the workplace investigation process. Or your boss comes in and says, hey, with all this stuff going on federally with DEI, we actually need to stop our DEI initiative right now, effective today. I'm making that up. It's just an example, but we all know, if you've been in HR long enough, that these types of things happen. And I think the reason we get so stressed out and burned out in HR is that we hold on to the way we want it to be. We want that structure. We want that sense of control. And the sooner we let go of that control, the sooner we allow for that uncertainty, and dare I say, the sooner we embrace that uncertainty, is the exact minute we're going to experience success and empowerment in HR. So I am going to be leading my HR Empower Hour. I've been doing this, October 3rd of 2023. I think this is workshop 69. So I'm going to dive deep into really getting comfortable with the uncomfortable, really getting certain about uncertainty, and that allowance, that harnessing, and that willingness for things to go haywire in HR, for fires to come up all the time, instead of resisting that when it happens. Oh God, now what? Right? Those types of thoughts. I don't have time for this. Those types of thoughts. That is what keeps us disempowered in HR. So I hope you'll join me this coming Tuesday, HR Empower Hour. It's going to be an amazing workshop. All of my workshops do yield 1.25 SHRM and HRCI recertification credits. I've been a recertification provider for both of those entities for well over a year now, and it's been such an amazing partnership. What's coming down the pike? I am actually doing one of my favorite workshops this week with Dominion Payroll. If you are a client of Dominion Payroll, they have offices all over the country. I am doing one of my favorite workshops, Thought Intelligence, the unknown prerequisite to emotional intelligence. So that is coming up this Wednesday. And obviously, teach HR coach approach. Oftentimes in HR, we think that we know how to coach, and we mimic the models that we learned when we were growing up, the coaching models of maybe our soccer coach, our basketball coach, our piano coach, whoever that was. But the thing about when you're coaching children is that children learn by mimicking. But as adults, coaching is all about asking questions because we have a fully formed prefrontal cortex. So if you're dealing with employees who are over the age of, say, 23 to 26, right? Not everybody in the workplace is that age, but for those individuals, we really need to adjust our coaching style. It's not about mimicking, it's not about showing people what to do, it's about asking high-level questions so that the employees gain autonomy, they trust in themselves, and they start to show up differently based on, kind of sounds cheesy, but truly their own internal compass. That's where engagement truly comes in. That's where inspiration comes in versus motivation, because motivation doesn't work. It's total garbage, right? So many of us have been taught, well, my job in HR is to motivate employees. It isn't. Your job is to inspire by being a coach who asks questions versus telling people what they need to do and when they need to do it. All based on neuroscience. So we'll be covering that this Thursday, like we do every single Thursday in HR Coach Approach. And you do earn one SHRM and HR recertification credit for coming to that as well. I am partnering with HRCI again on March 6th. The power of no. How do you actually say no in the workplace without feeling like an HR jerk? That is going to be another, 5,000 plus attendees through HRCI. I love partnering with them. So lots coming up in my world. I hope you'll join me for a lot of it. Jen has some incredible programming starting at the end of February, so I'm sure she'll be sharing more of that. But just know that both Jen and I, come what may, will always be here for the HR community. We love you, we care about you, and even when it's Sunday morning and you're with your coffee, know I'm always thinking about you, and not in an unhealthy way. This is why I'm on this planet. I am here to empower HR professionals. Know you are never alone. Know I'm always here for you. And I will hopefully see you at one of those upcoming workshops happening at HRCI, happening with Dominion Payroll, and happening in my app every single Tuesday and Thursday. All right. Sending you all love. Good luck to everybody who's watching all the football games today. I will be out doing some running and skiing today here in Colorado. So take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and we'll see you soon. Bye.